And one thing I've noticed with the left is that with bad opinions, all they do is they repeat certain lines over and over again. You know, and you hear these things come up over and over. That's why I reacted slightly earlier, because trans women have always been with us. Is one that you hear a lot. You know,
right?
But you also hear, you know, just things designed to shut down the conversation. You know, and you see them over and over again. They're repeated over and over again. Whatever you think of the Gaza situation at the moment, I noticed that it's the same thing, genocide, over and over and over again. In every tweet, they mention the word genocide, you know? And I don't happen to think it is, but like by the end of it, if you were to stand up against that and say something against that, it's a difficult thing, because you suddenly look like you're against genocide, you're for pro-genocide.
What is the measure of genocide? Like, when does it become genocide? Like when you're starving people, when you're bombing indiscriminately, when you've destroyed most of the buildings, when you've killed who knows how many tens of thousands of women and children.
Well, do we want to get into this?
Yeah, I mean, we got into it a little bit.
I just think that, you know, Hamas is. I agree with Coleman Hughes. I think he was on your show, where he says that, you know, Hamas, they've built like a huge network of tunnels underneath people's houses. They put their headquarters in civilian buildings. It's a form of guerrilla warfare that I don't think should be allowed to continue. And I support Israel in defeating Hamas.
Is there another way to do it other than to blow up everybody? Is there a way to do it without starving the innocent people?
You know, again, I just don't know how much of this is Hamas, you know, comes from Hamas. I don't know how much of it is true. I would suggest that all these conversations wait until we finally find out exactly what's happened. You know, at the moment it's fog of war stuff. You know, but I don't want to get into a big debate.
Do you know? Have you ever heard of Eric Prince's idea? Do you know Eric Prince? Do you know who he is?
Was he the Blackwater guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
He had an idea that apparently he floated by, but they rejected. He said instead of destroying everything like that, you could just flood the tunnel system with the seawater.
Oh, well, yeah, great.
And
I mean,
that was his idea.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you could flush them all right out. Like they're very vulnerable.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know whether or not I heard him speak of this. I believe it was on the Sean Ryan show. I might be incorrect. He spoke about it on some show. I don't know if it would work. I don't know why they would reject it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. But as I say, I don't really want to go into it because it's a very, very heated debate, and I've only got room for one.
I understand what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.